welcome to the University of South Carolina at Aiken's Convocation Center for today's men's basketball matchup featuring the visiting Fayetteville State Broncos and your USC Aiken Pacers. I am Marcus Johnson bringing you the play-by-play action today as Fayetteville State starts off with the first possession. Can't come up with it thanks to some strong defense by the Pacers. Little errant pass there goes out of bounds, and Fayetteville State will take back over again. Pacers coming into today's game with a 4-3 record. Broncos broken even right now at 4-4 for a 500 overall. Looking to get above 500. Pacers looking to get back up to over the 500 mark as a foul is called here on the play, and it's going to go against USC Aiken's number 12, Jalen McCoy.
It's the team's first. Going to the charity stripe for a pair of free throws, Darian Dixon.
Darian Dixon will head to the line, number 4 for the Broncos. And his first try is no good. Score remains scoreless. Second try is good, and Fayetteville State is on the board to start things off. Giving the ball to Terry Horn. Terry Horn tries a jumper, no good as it bounces off the rim and out. Fayetteville State taking back over again. Jalen Seegers, watched closely by Terry Horn. Giving the ball off to Karan Clements. Clements giving it back on over to Seegers. Seegers has Horn breathing down his neck, elects to pass it to Dixon. Darian Dixon doesn't have an open lane as he's checked closely by Jalen McCoy. Tries to pass it into the paint, stolen away by Latravian Black. Long pass up ahead here to Preston Parks, and his try on the layup is knocked away. Fayetteville State back the other way. Quick little jumper, bounces around the rim and in. Credit the basket to number 20, Zion Cousins. Pacers down 3-0 early on here. David Strother giving the ball on into McCoy. McCoy goes for the jumper and puts it in for 2. Clements will bring the ball up. Preston Parks watching him closely at midcourt. Clements can't seem to find a way around Parks. Now he makes a nice step. Bounce pass knocked away and stolen away. Oh, almost stolen away by Jalen McCoy. But he's unable to corral the loose ball. And it'll go out of bounds, and they're going to give the ball to the Broncos. Broncos back on the attack with Clements. Clements going for 3, no good. Coming up with the rebound, Terry Horn. And Horn bringing it up quickly. Kicks a pass on out. Nice little sidestep move. David Strother for 3. Beautiful play from start to finish. Horn picking up the rebound. Beautiful pass. Nice sidestep there by Strother. And finishes it off with a clean bucket. Clements and Cousins passing it back and forth. Now Clements driving into the paint, puts it off the glass. Rebound picked up by the Pacers. Latravian Black picking up that rebound as David Strother brings it up, bounces it on out to the corner, and that's where it's going to end up in the bench of Fayetteville State. Still USC Aiken ball will be inbounded by Horn. Kicks it out to Strother. Strother at the top of the key, looking for an opening. Tries to bounce it into the paint. It's picked up by McCoy. McCoy battling towards the basket, puts his shot up, no good off the glass. Broncos on the move now with Clements. Clements, hard pass, knocked out of the hands, and it's going to be a foul called on USC Aiken. They're going to assess the foul to Strother.
Number 23, David Strother, his first, the team's second.
Quick inbounded. Right near the free throw line, passed into the paint. Here's the shot, off the rim, and scooped up by Latravian Black of the Pacers. Preston Parks gets the offense going for the Pacers, giving it on into Black. Black ends up getting the ball stolen away, and they're going to call a kick on this. And a foul as well. Or correction, no foul. Pacers will inbound it with the 20-second shot clock. 16.5 remaining in the first half. Black picks up the pass immediately, giving it to Parks. Over for Strother. Strother makes his move, drives in, kicks it out to the corner. McCoy didn't have a clean handle on it, tries to go in, puts his shot up, gets his own rebound, and draws the foul in the process.
The foul was on number 1 of Fayetteville State, Coran Clements. That's his first.
Coran Clements will get called on the foul.
The free throw line.
And we'll see Jalen McCoy go to the line.
McCoy.
And McCoy's first shot no good. Score stays at 5-3. Second try is good, 6-3. Clements bounces the ball on in to Cousins, hands it on off. Now it's on the hands of Cressworthy. Worthy will give it over to Seegers. Seegers thinks about driving in, steps back, takes his shot, and puts it in for 2.
Jalen Seegers.
Strother bounces it on into Black. Black battling towards the basket, and a whistle here. And it's going to be a foul and a full media timeout called. And before play continues, 6-5 as the Pacers lead it by 1. And we're back to the action. Fayetteville State on the attack, fresh out of there as they called a turnover on the Pacers, Latravian Black, before the break. Worthy looking for an open lane, decides to take a long three, and that one bounces off the front of the basket, no good. Rebound picked up, though, by Seegers, and his second attempt also no good. Pacers picking it up and bringing it back. Nice moves here by Strother, and he almost gets it to go, but instead will draw the foul, the next best thing.
The foul was on number 11, Jalen Seegers of the Broncos.
Seegers gets called on the foul.
15-second. At the line for 2, number 23, David Strother.
Strother will go to the line, looking to increase the lead a little bit. And that first free throw will do just that, 7-5.
Substituting in for Fayetteville State, number 5, Daryl Myers. On the court for the Pacers, number 20, Caleb Third, and number 3, Tyler Johnson.
Tyler Johnson and Caleb Furr checking into the game for USC Aiken. As we will also see Daryl Myers come in for the Broncos. Strother's second try is also good. Pacers back up by 3. Broncos back up the other way. Pass gets on in cleanly to Myers. Puts a nice pass into the paint. Nice grab by Seegers, and he finishes it off with a 2-point layup. David Strother working around at the top of the key. Gives it a pass on off to Parks. Parks driving in hard towards the basket. Puts his shot up, puts his shot in, and draws the foul. Hoop and a harm for Preston Parks. And Zion Cousins gets called on the foul.
Number 13, Anthony Council checks into the Fayetteville lineup.
And before we get the free throws, Anthony Council checking into the game. Parks going to the line now to try to complete the three-point play. And he does just that. Score now 11-7 in favor of USC Aiken. Council will be the man to bring the ball up past half court. Parks dancing around closely, almost able to get a hand on the pass, but it's picked up by Myers. Myers, a little awkward passing there between him and Council. Now it's on the hands of Seegers. Myers driving into the paint, kicks it out to the corner. Now it's going to be Worthy who drives in hard. His shot goes over top. And now we're getting a battle for the ball. And it's going to be USC Aiken ball on the call.
Substituting in for Fayetteville State is number 10, Khalil Ridges.
Basically a full shift change now within the past minute for Fayetteville State as they bring in Khalil Ridges. Full court pressure there from Council on the hands of Furr. Gives it into Black, over to Strother now. Strother makes a step, tries to pass it on off. That's intercepted by number 20, Zion Cousins. Council with a little handoff here to Worthy. He in turn hands it on off, and it goes right back to Council. Council with a little bit of an open lane, steps back, passes off. Zion Cousins gives it on over for three, and that one goes off the rim on the shot there by Anthony Council. Preston Parks, a little kick into the corner for Strother. Strother doesn't like his choices, pushes off, and puts the shot up and in for two. Myers with a little hand for Worthy. Worthy driving in hard, puts it off the glass and puts it in for two. Strother handing it on off now to Tyler Johnson. Johnson's pass broken up a little bit, but grabbed by Furr. Gives it back to Johnson. He'll pass it around the arc a little bit now as Johnson picks it up at the top. Drives in towards the paint, pulls back, picks up the ball. David Strother with less than 10 to go on the shot clock. Strother looking for an opening. Fayetteville State locking it down. Goes for a long two and almost comes up with it. Johnson picks up the rebound and couldn't get it to go. Picks up another rebound, and this time he does get it to go in.
Johnson.
Third time's the charm, as they say, and Tyler Johnson nets another two-pointer. Gives the Pacers a 6-point advantage into the corner. Plenty of time, but it wasn't a clean pass. On the hands of Worthy again. Gets a little bit of a screen, pulls up, puts his shot up, and off the bank and in for three.
Delivery, number 3, Chris Worthy.
Preston Parks trying to answer suit with a long three of his own. No good. Fayetteville State picking up the rebound. Less than 12 minutes to go in the first half. It's a 3-point advantage for the Pacers. Looking to cut that down as the shot from Worthy doesn't go. Pacers pick up the rebound, and Horn ends up getting it knocked out of bounds. As we have another media timeout coming up, 11:47 remaining in the first half. It is 15-12, USC Aiken.
And during the timeout, checking into the Fayetteville lineup again was number 11, Jalen Seegers. Checking into the Pacer lineup, number 30, Demetrius Dixon, and number 24, Samba Enjai.
And the break comes to a close as the Pacers are back out there. A couple of new faces. Samba Enjai is checked into the game, as has Demetrius Dixon. Fayetteville State has brought back Jalen Seegers into the action as they come out from their huddle. Dixon will bring it up now. Gives it off to Furr. Furr with the handoff here to Strother. Back to Dixon. Into the corner now. David Strother pushing in towards the paint. Puts his shot up, off the rim, no good. Rebound picked up by Dixon in blue. Anthony Council bounces it into the paint. Nice little hook shot there, no good though, as it went over the top of the basket and into the hands of Tyler Johnson. Dixon now will drive in hard towards the basket, puts an awkward angle shot up, goes off the side of the rim, or side of the backboard, I should say, and the Pacers pick it up again. 13 seconds on the shot clock. Dixon taking a step back, gets a bit of a screen, gives it to Furr. Furr looking for three. Oh, and he just drains it. Dixon with a little handoff to Myers. He gives it to Worthy. Worthy watched by Strother. Can't get any help here. Gives it on off to Dixon, who gives it back. Worthy trying to pass it into the paint. It's broken up and stolen away by Johnson. Johnson driving in with one to beat. Puts his shot up and couldn't get it to go, but he does draw the foul in the process.
The foul is on number 11, Jalen Seegers of the Broncos. His second, the team's fourth. Going to the foul line to shoot two will be Tyler Johnson.
Well, Tyler Johnson will head to the line now for two. And Johnson's first attempt is good, 19-12.
Substituting in for Fayetteville, number 10, Khalil Ridges. Number 14, Isaiah Ray. On the court for the Pacers, number 2, Terry Horn.
Terry Horn checking back into the lineup for Pacers as Johnson tries for his second free throw, and he'll get that one to go as well. Pacers holding an 8-point advantage now. A little over 10 minutes to go in the first half. Cressworthy gets a little help, puts up his shot. That one no good. Rebound battled for, picked up though by Myers, and now we got a battle for the ball on the floor. And we get a foul called here. Caleb Furr getting called for the foul. A 20-second shot clock now for Fayetteville State as they'll inbound it into Dixon. Dixon battling with the Pacers as he puts it up. And Dixon gets it to go down for two. Long pass for Johnson. Johnson's going to go for three. Oh, and Tyler Johnson answering right back with a three-pointer. Worthy able to battle on through and even get around the imposing frame of Samba Enjai. It's another two-point basket as a result. Johnson, a little pass into Enjai. Enjai trying to fight his way in towards the, out of the paint, I should say, and ends up getting it knocked out of his own hands. Well, Jalen McCoy back into the game for the Pacers. Worthy giving the ball to Khalil Ridges. Ridges giving it right back. Bounce in for Isaiah Ray. And now Ray looking for an open man in Worthy. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. It's on the hands of Ray. He takes a nice little step and puts it up and puts it in.
Isaiah Ray.
Demetrius Dixon handed it on off now to Terry Horn. Horn working his way in towards the paint, gives it back on out to McCoy. McCoy puts a shot up, just a little bit short off the iron. Worthy comes all the way in, taking the three-point try, around the rim and down for three. And then just like that, FSU is within two as USC Aiken takes a 60-second timeout. We will take a short break and be right back in just a bit. And welcome back, folks. Well, the Pacers were in a good position with a nice, comfortable lead. All of a sudden, that has almost completely disappeared as Fayetteville State is stormed back into this one with 8 minutes remaining in the half. 23-21, USC Aiken still leads. Demetrius Dixon gives it to McCoy, gives it right back to Dixon. Bounces it on into NG. NG puts his shot up, and after a couple bounces, it goes through. NG getting the Pacers a little more breathing room. Fayetteville State back on the attack again. It's Cressworthy, watched by his counterpart in Johnson, makes a sidestep, drives into the paint. NG, nice blocking, but Cressworthy able to get it over top of the big man for two. Dixon dances around with it, drives to the paint, gives it out to McCoy. Now it's on the hands of Black. Travian Black getting double teamed here, gets around, passes it off to Johnson. Johnson moving into the paint, steps back, puts a shot up, no good, rebound. That'll be picked up by number 14 in blue, Isaiah Ray. Try this time, no good, as Pacers pick up the rebound from McCoy. Demetrius Dixon gives it in, or drives it in, gives it out to McCoy. McCoy with the hook, no good. NG picks up the rebound, goes down to the ground, and they're gonna call a travel on Samba NG.
Number 20, Zion Cousins. On the court for USC Aiken is number 0, President Parks. Also checking is number 1, Moran Clements. Back on the court for the Pacers, Latravian Black.
Broncos will bring it on up. Grant Clements back out there on the floor. Will bring it up himself. Isaiah Ray now giving it to Cousins. Back on over for Clements. Now it's Ridges. Ridges looking for three, and he bounces it off the glass and in, and Fayetteville State is out in front by 1. Pass over to McCoy. Now it's Preston Parks. Looking for Horn. Horn for the long three, and Horn off the glass and in for three. Terry Horn giving the Pacers their lead right back after losing it. And now Fayetteville State trying to answer in turn. It's Clements in towards the paint, kicks it out to the corner. Here's a try for Ridges for three. That one no good. Rebound in the hands of Preston Parks. Parks, the no-look pass gets broken up and stolen away by Darian Dixon. Grant Clements will drive in. He gets his pocket picked as Clements gets a long pass up for Horn. Horn driving in, and Horn putting it in for two. And a timeout is called on the play as the Pacers come back-to-back with big baskets. 30-second timeout by Fayetteville State, which means we'll take about a 20-second break here in the booth.
During the timeout, checking the lineup, number 11, Jalen Seegers, and number 3, Chris Worthy.
And that 30-second timeout comes to a close. Both teams will head back out there. 5 minutes and 33 seconds remaining in the first half. Pacers back in front by 4 at 30-26. Now the Broncos will bring it up. Cressworthy back out there on the floor to do so. Worthy watched by Preston Parks. He'll have to step back a little bit near half court. Good pressure here by Parks. A little bit of a screen there. Helps out Worthy. Now he has to get around Jalen McCoy. Steps back, puts a shot up, and he'll drain one for two.
Number 3, Chris Worthy.
Pacers immediately trying to answer in turn with Latravian Black, but his three-point try too far, and it goes back to Fayetteville State. On the hands of Seegers, bounces it into the paint. Here's a try now by Cousins. His shot no good. Rebound in the hands of Latravian Black. Oh! And just a bad pass there over the head of Demetrius Dixon gives the ball right back to the Broncos.
Number 23, David Strother, and number 20, Caleb Furr.
Fayetteville State will get a brand new 20-second shot clock with 4.5 to go in the first. Dixon surveys the field. Gives the ball to Worthy. Back on over to Darian Dixon. Dixon driving on in, knocking his man down. And they're going to call a blocking foul on the Pacers instead. USC Aiken bench not too happy with that. They thought it was a charge.
The foul is on the Pacers, number 1, Latravian Black, his first NC team sport.
Latravian Black gets called on the foul.
Dixon for 2.
Now we'll see Darian Dixon head to the line with a chance to tie the game up. And the first free throw is good, 30-29. And we are all tied up at 30 as both attempts are good. Pacers will get the ball to try to retake their lead. Preston Parks has a pass to nobody as it's stolen away by Worthy. His pass on into Seegers is mishandled, but he recovers in time to put it in for 2. And now Fayetteville State out in front. Caleb Furr picks up the ball, fakes his shot, pushes up a little bit, and tries for a long 2, no good. Chris Worthy starting up the offense again. Gets the ball right back after passing. Looking to get a bit of a screen to get around Parks. Instead gives it to Zion Cousins. Cousins giving it right back again. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Drives up, goes for three, and no good. Rebound picked up by Seegers. He can't get the second attempt to go. Third try. This time he does get it to go through. Preston Parks with the ball now as he walks around the arc. David Strother driving in towards the basket from the paint, puts a shot up, no good, and the rebound is picked up by the Broncos. Long three try here from Seegers, and he can't get that one to go through as the rebound is picked up by Caleb Furr. Preston Parks driving in quickly, puts his shot up, and with a lot of air time, able to get that one in for a pair. Seegers giving it back on over to Worthy. Now a try here for three from in front of the Pacer bench, and Isaiah Ray drains it to make the Bronco lead 5 with about 2 minutes to go. Preston Parks with it. Gives it on off to Strother. Strother from the corner. Long pass on out for Terry Horn. Horn will give it to Parks. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Parks needs to do something with it. Gives it to Horn. Horn for three. And that one just missing as it goes off the iron. Fayetteville State will burn a little bit of clock here. Worthy directing traffic. Gives it to Seegers. Back to Worthy. Back to Seegers. Seegers now will drive in a little bit. Steps back. Bounces a pass into the paint. Dixon kicks it out to the corner. Try for three by Ray. No good. Rebound picked up by Latravian Black. Black on his way. Gets around one with a sidestep and kisses it off the glass for two. Final minute of play in the first half. Broncos looking to take a lead into the halftime. They have a three-pointer looking to add to it here in the final minute. Worthy dancing around, tries to get it into Seeger, and Seeger's heel just kisses the paint, and we have a full media timeout with 45.9 seconds to go in the first. And welcome back. Interesting having a media timeout this late in the half, but with 45.9 seconds remaining, that's exactly what just happened. Pacers will have the ball with this final 3/4 of a minute. Looking to possibly tie going into the half. We'll see if they can do that as they bring it on up on the hands of Strother. Gives the ball to Parks. Preston Parks will drive in a little bit, kicks it back out to Strother. Strother driving into the paint, then he goes in unchecked as he puts the layup in for two. No difference between the shot clock and the game clock right now. And Fayetteville State will try to burn up as much clock as they can. David Strother watching closely as Cressworthy hangs out near half court. 7 seconds remaining on the game clock. Worthy gonna go for three, and no good. Rebound picked up by Myers, and that will burn out the rest of the clock.
We've reached halftime here at the Convocation Center.
And that will do it for the first half. Fayetteville State taking a 1-point lead into the halftime, but it's 37-36 in favor of the Broncos. We'll take 1 minute here to look at some of the statistical leaders before we go into the break. And leading the way in points for USC Aiken, the top scorer is David Strother. He's 9 points in the contest so far. Tyler Johnson following suit with 7, and then Preston Parks and Terry Horn right behind him with 5 points apiece. On the Fayetteville State side of things, the leading scorer has been unsurprisingly Cressworthy with 14 points in the affair. Following behind Worthy's 14 is Jalen Seegers with 8. And then it's another 2 with 5 in Darian Dixon and Isaiah Ray following suit right behind. Pacers as a team are shooting 13 to 29, 48% from the field with a 4 for 7 mark in the past the three-point arc. Pacers also 6 of 7 from the charity stripe. Fayetteville State 15 to 34 from the field, 44.1% mark. 4 of 11 from beyond the arc, and in terms of free throws, a 75% mark with 3 of their 4 going in. Well, we will take about a 13-minute break and be right back with the second half between USC Aiken and Fayetteville State. So don't go anywhere. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The second half between Fayetteville State and USC Aiken just about to get underway. Marcus Johnson here once again. Thank you for joining us on this lovely December afternoon. Fayetteville State will get the ball to start things off. Fayetteville State leading by 1, 37-36, as they look to continue where they left off, closing out the first half on a hot streak. Brand Clements, a little pass into the paint, gives it to Dixon. Dixon's shot goes up, and after a bounce off the iron, it goes through. Long pass here and getting it up to Terry Horn. Horn will give it to McCoy. Now it's on the hands of Parks, and it's stripped right out of the hands of Preston Parks. Grant Clements, after getting the steal, will move up himself, and he will put it up and in. Jalen McCoy with it. He's got all the time in the world for three, and he banks it in. McCoy making a deposit off the bank to get the Pacers back within 2. And now Cressworthy and Coran Clements both out there passing it around. Jalen Seegers over to Clements. Into the corner now for Worthy's attempt. No good. Picked up on the rebound by McCoy. Terry Horn takes it. No look bounce pass over to the corner for Parks. And Preston Parks gets it. And just like that, USC Aiken is out in front, 42-41. Good start to the half for USC Aiken. Clements dancing his way into the paint, takes a shot from the charity stripe. That bounces off the back of the rim. No good, picks up his own rebound though, and will get another try at it. Gives the ball to Seegers. Seegers charging into the paint, runs into a man, and it's a charging foul on Fayetteville State.
Foul is on number 11, Jalen Seegers. That's his third and the team's first this half.
So Seegers' third foul of the contest. Seegers being one of the top scorers in this game. He has 8 points, second on the team. It'd be dangerous to have him in foul trouble as Latravian Black picks it up right under the basket and reaches up and drops it down. And a timeout is called by Fayetteville State. They do not like the start to this first half as USC Aiken has retaken the lead 44-41 as we hit the first media timeout of the half. And the media timeout comes to a close. We'll get back to the basketball action. Pacers up by 3 now after coming into the half down by 1. The offense has turned on the afterburners. Now the defense needs to do the same as Fayetteville State brings it up. And just like that, it's stolen away by Parks. Parks almost gets it stripped, but he'll recover it in time. McCoy with a little bounce pass to Latravian Black, who puts it in. Now, if you were with us for the Wingate game, that is a huge difference between what they did against Wingate and now, where they took their time. Granted, the play looked like it was going to fall apart, but they kept their heads cool. The offense stayed with it, and eventually they were able to convert into a pair of points. Now from just outside the paint, the shot by Cousins is no good. Black picks up the rebound, and now it's Parks. Preston Parks tries a no-look pass, gets it into Latravian Black. Terry Horn from the corner for three. Oh, no good. Rebound is picked up by the Pacers, though, in David Strother. Gets a long pass on out to Preston Parks. Little bouncer into Latravian Black. Drives into the paint, under the basket, puts it up and puts it in. 4 more unanswered out of the break as Fayetteville State finds themselves trailing by 7. Cressworthy trying to fight into the paint, and he gets stripped of it. Bouncer into McCoy, and McCoy gets rejected. It's brought right back by Clemens. Clemens with a little bouncer in to Cousins, and Cousins can't get it to go, but he does draw a blocking foul on the Pacers. Latravian Black, his second foul of the game. And we have another timeout. Another full media timeout with just under 16 to play in the second half. It's 48-41 USCA. So many timeouts. Stop making her laugh. Ow. And welcome back from the break. Pacers leading by 7 still after the media timeout, but there was a foul before we entered the timeout on Latravian Black. At the line shooting 2 for Fayetteville State is Zion Cousins, trying to chip back away at that Pacer lead. Cousins with his first try, and it is no good. Score remains 48-41. Second free throw, this time is good, 48-42. As Fayetteville State will bring in Daryl Myers. Also, Pacers brought in during the timeout Caleb Furr as he checks it inbounds. Full court press here as the Pacers bring it up with some good clean passing. Black, now it's on the hands of Parks. Parks driving on in, kicks it back out to Furr. Now it is David Strother again at the top of the arc, pulls back a little bit, makes a man go down. Tries another no-look pass, but it's knocked out of bounds. It'll stay Pacer ball, however, with a 10-second shot clock. Good defense by Fayetteville State. Locking things down inside the arc. And it comes back on out. Clock resumes. Preston Parks bounces it up to Strother. Strother with 2 seconds on the clock tries to shoot it, and it's going to end up bouncing off a bunch of bodies, and it will be a shot clock violation on USC Aiken.
Number 10, Khalil Ridges, steps in the lineup.
Khalil Ridges back into the game. And Daryl Myers will inbound this one as Cressworthy, the leading scorer for Fayetteville State, brings it up. On the hands of Seegers, back to Worthy. Worthy trying to get around 2-man coverage. Gives it on off to Seegers. Seegers watched by Horn. Tries to get around and bounces it into the corner for Worthy. Worthy, less than 10 seconds on the shot clock, driving into the paint, and he will draw the foul as he went for the shot. And now the officials are going to confer to see if that happened on the floor. And they are going to say that it was on the shot, so Worthy will head to the line for a pair of free throws. And the previous foul was on no official scoring on who the foul was on just yet. First free throw attempt, no good. Second try by Worthy is good this time, 48-43. And David Strother is the one who was called on the foul previously. The Pacers will bring it up, Terry Horn. This gives it on to David Strother. Horn again, back to Strother. Now Preston Parks, defer to Strother, to Horn. Horn for three, and no good. Rebound is knocked out of bounds off of Latravian Black. And it will be a Bronco ball. Cressworthy again starting up the offense. Bounces it into Seegers. Here's a shot here by Ridges. He'll be just wide off the iron. Rebound, second attempt, and the putback by Jalen Seegers. Fayetteville State back within 3. A one possession game again as the Pacers bring it up. Terry Horn will give it to Strother. Into the paint for Black, and Black can't get it. Picks up his own rebound, though. Second attempt, no good, as Seegers goes up and gets the rebound. Cressworthy gets a screen, gives it into the corner here for Seegers for three, and Seegers with one swish ties this one up at 48. Tyler Johnson waiting to check back into the game. Here's a three-point try for Parks. That one off the rim and no good. Rebound picked up by Darian Dixon. Fayetteville State will pass it around. Here comes Worthy. Worthy with a long two, no good, and the rebound is picked up by David Strother. Strother tries to bring it on up, and he ends up drawing a foul instead.
The foul was on number 3, Chris Worthy.
That will let the Pacers make some changes here as they bring Demetrius Dixon back into the game, as do they bring in Tyler Johnson.
Now checking the final lineup is number 20, Zion Cousins.
Zion Cousins returned to the game as well for Fayetteville State. Those Pacers will inbound it. Demetrius Dixon directing traffic. Gives it to Johnson, right back to Dixon. Dixon moves in for a second to Black, to Furr, and that one kicked on out. It'll stay USC Aiken ball though. 12 seconds left on the shot clock. Inbound to Defer. Furr gets his shot blocked, and Fayetteville State bringing it up with Seegers. Seegers holds up a minute, and now they'll slow the pace down as Worthy hangs on to it near half court. Demetrius Dixon watching him closely. Worthy driving on in from the charity stripe, takes his shot, no good, and Furr goes up to get the rebound. Demetrius Dixon now. Gives it on over to Terry Horn. Dixon again has it, trying to get to Johnson. Into Furr, into the paint. Latravian Black out to Dixon. Dixon looking for three, and that one goes off the iron, no good. Furr picks it up with a new shot clock, though. Pacers resetting the offense. Tyler Johnson back to Dixon. Now it's Terry Horn. Takes a sidestep, drives into the paint, kicks it back out to Dixon. Dixon, 7 seconds on the clock. Furr with it now. Side says back to Dixon. Dixon driving on end, puts his shot up, no good. And the rebound is corralled by Fayetteville State. Worthy comes on in, has a man to his left. And that is Jalen Seegers as he goes up and puts it in. Pacers quickly back the other way. Terry Horn with plenty of time. And Terry Horn puts down the three. Well, Pacers lost the lead for about 2 seconds, came right back, and Terry Horn's three ball gave it right back to him. About 11 1/4 remaining in the second half. It's still a neck-and-neck affair as this one batted around by the defense, and USC Aiken will take over on the turnover. But before we get to that, it's a media timeout with 11:12 remaining in the half. It is 51-50 USC Aiken.
During the timeout intermission, number 14, Isaiah Ray is checked into the front of the lineup, and coming on the court for the Pacers will be number 24, Samba MG.
And the horn sounds, bringing the timeout to an end. Pacers taking over after the turnover, preceding the media timeout. And they'll give the ball to Demetrius Dixon to bring it up the floor. To Furr, over to Dixon. On out to Terry Horn. Horn looking for another three, and Terry Horn drains it. Couple big three balls from Terry Horn. Gets the Pacers back out in front by 4. Cressworthy trying to take it himself, and he's going to draw the foul. And the foul will go against Samba NG, who just checked into the game.
Samba NG. It's his first, it's the team's third. Visiting the charity strike will be number 3, Cressworthy.
Cressworthy will head back to the charity stripe. Try to take a couple free throws here. And his first one is good, 54-51. Coming back into the game, Jalen Seegers taking the place of Khalil Ridges. And the second try is no good, and Terry Horn will pick up the rebound. Demetrius Dixon starting up the offense. Moves on in, gives it to Johnson. Johnson coming in from the corner. Now he'll pull back and give it to Dixon again. Demetrius Dixon thinks about it, drives into the paint, pulls up, takes his shot, and puts it in. Isaiah Ray gets the ball off into the corner. Now the pass into the paint to Cousins, and a shot goes up, and the shot goes in. Zion Cousins for 2. Terry Horn picks up the pass, almost dodging a man in the process, and then going up to take the shot. It's called on a charging foul.
Number 2, Terry Horn. That's his first.
First foul for Terry Horn in the game, and it results in a turnover, benefiting Fayetteville State. Passes into Seegers. Seegers trying to figure out what to do with the ball. Pulls back a little bit as he's watched by Terry Horn. Pulls up, takes a shot for a long two, and he makes it. Had they not moved the three-point line back during this season, that would have been a nice three-point basket, but new rule changes across the NCAA have canceled that out. Demetrius Dixon thinks about it, gives it to Johnson instead. Johnson giving it back to Dixon, who goes around to the other side. Now he comes up the middle, drives towards the paint, tries to get it into NG. NG able to keep it in bounds, but he ends up throwing it right into the hands of Jalen Seegers. Cressworthy over to Cousins. Cousins trying to battle into the paint here. Kicks it back on out to Myers. Myers going for three. That one no good, and Johnson goes up to get the rebound. Ooh, and he almost loses it thanks to some pressure from Isaiah Ray. Terry Horn with the ball. 11 seconds on the shot clock. Horn gives it to Furr. Furr thinks about three, ends up passing to Johnson. Back on out to Horn. Horn looking for another three. That one no good. Rebound scooped up by Tyler Johnson. They'll get a new clock. Demetrius Dixon taking his time. Now he'll move in, gets a bit of a screen from NG. Pulls back, gives it to Furr. Furr driving into the paint, and he gets his pocket picked as Fayetteville State brings it the other way. Oh, Tyler Johnson going up and slapping the ball away. And a full media timeout before we can get the official calls. We'll head to the break. 7:48 remaining. It's a 1-point lead, USCA. We will get right back to it. Fayetteville State with the ball. Tyler Johnson picking up a beautiful block before he went to the break. And now the Broncos will start up again on offense. It's Myers who gives it to Cousins. Back to Worthy again. Worthy going to try to drive in, and Worthy able to draw the blocking foul, much to the displeasure of the Pacers head coach, Mark Vanderslice.
That's his third, it's the team's fifth.
Strother gets called on the foul. It'll be a new 20-second shot clock for the Broncos as they quickly inbound it to Ray. Ray going to go for two from the paint. Rebound picked up by Cousins. They'll try it again. Another attempt. This one denied by USC Aiken. And it will be a turnover for the Broncos as Pacers take over. NG getting credited with the block on that last play. Good defensive stand from USC Aiken. Now Dixon starting up the attack on the hands of Johnson. Over to Strother. Passes it into Jalen McCoy. McCoy gonna go for it from the paint. No good. NG picks up the rebound. Wraps up the ball and gets called on a travel as a result.
Back on the court for the Pacers, number 1, Latravian Black.
About 7 minutes left in regulation. Broncos with the ball on the hands of Cressworthy. Worthy watched by Dixon. Now he'll give it on off to Seegers. Now it's Johnson's turn to check a man. Gets a little bit of a screen here as Seegers drives in, puts his shot up, and puts it in to give the Broncos the 1-point lead. David Strother will bring it on up. Strother driving in towards the basket, tries to get it on into Black, and Latravian Black puts it in for 2 and draws the foul.
The foul was on number 14, Isaiah Ray. That's his first. It's the team's
Isaiah Ray getting called for the foul, his first of the game.
And checking into the Bronco lineup, Khalil Bridges. And Black at the line for the
Latravian Black will go to the line to try to complete this 3-point play. And he completes it with nothing but net on the free throw. So 59-57, Pacers lead it, 6 1/4 to go. Ball comes on into Myers. Pass broken up, stolen away by Tyler Johnson, but as he tries to get around, he steps just out of bounds. Ball into Myers, gives it back to Worthy. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Worthy looking for 3, and Worthy puts it down. Fayetteville State back out in front. David Strother gets a screen from McCoy, gives it over to Johnson. Johnson will drive on in, passes it into Black, and Black can't hang on to it. And it'll be a turnover on the Pacers. Worthy with it again, giving it over to Seegers. Seegers drives in, pulls up, takes his shot, and puts it in for a pair. Strother starting up the attack here. McCoy has it, gives to Johnson. Johnson stepping back, giving it back to McCoy, and McCoy, well, his pass almost went to nobody, but it was knocked aside by Fayetteville State. It'll stay USC Aiken ball. Jalen McCoy will give it back to Black. Latravian Black out to Terry Horn. Horn with plenty of time, and Terry Horn once again for 3. All tied up at 62 as the Broncos move on the attack. Seegers bounces it on into Ridges. Ridges tries to get a no-look pass, kept in bounds somehow. Now Seegers looking for 3. No good. Rebound picked up by Ridges, and Worthy will take it and hang on to it while the Broncos reset on offense. Loose ball rolling, and it rolls out of bounds. Pacer ball. And it looks like we have a timeout called on the floor. It's a full 60-second timeout. 4:18 remaining. We're all tied at 62 apiece. We'll be back in 60 seconds. Good. Good. And welcome back to the action. 4:18 remaining in regulation, and we are all tied up at 62 apiece as the Pacers move the ball on up after the turnover. Terry Horn looking for another three, and he gets it! Around the rim and in. Terry Horn putting up 3 more points with another big score. Worthy looking for an open lane to move. He's going to step back a little bit as Latravian Black watches him closely. Goes for a 3 ball, no good. Rebound picked up. Zion Cousins just picked it up almost like a pass and then dropped it on in for a pair. Strother steps back a minute. He's watched by Cousins. Driving into the paint, in towards the basket, off the glass and in. David Strother taking advantage of just the ever so small open lane. And now Fayetteville State will try to counter. It's on Myers. Hands it on off to Worthy. Worthy driving in towards the basket. No good. Rebound to McCoy. Long pass up for Parks. And Parks puts it up and in. And we have a whistle here immediately following the basket. And another full timeout. Well, the Pacers came out firing right after the previous 60-second break. We'll see if they can continue that after another 60-second intermission. return to the action here in the Convocation Center. Fayetteville State with the ball as they bring it up on the hands of Cressworthy. Into Myers. Myers with the hand on off to Seegers. Kicked on out all the way to Ridges. Back to Seegers again. Tries to drive on in, fakes his shot, gives it away to Ray. And, almost stolen away by the Pacers, but Seegers pass to Myers goes out of bounds, and it's a USC Aiken basketball on the Bronco turnover. Foul called here as David Strother tried to drive up past half court, and the foul going against Jalen Seegers. The fourth foul for Seegers in the match today. And we have a momentary break as Pacers assistant coach TJ Knight has picked up a new job as he mops up the floor. Pacers will start off again with a little over 2 to play. McCoy giving it to Parks. Preston Parks trying to find an open lane. Drives up, kicks it on out to Strother again. Less than 10 seconds on the shot clock. Strother gets a bit of a screen from Black, gets another screen. 2 seconds to go, needs to fire a shot, does so, and just gets it off. But Fayetteville State picks up the rebound instead. Cressworthy looking to get around the defense here. Watched by Strother. Gives it to Seegers, and it's stolen away. Long pass ahead for Parks. He's got 2 behind him as the ball gets knocked out of bounds. It'll stay Pacer ball, though. Pass into Latravian Black. Parks with a pass into the paint. Here's McCoy looking for 2. That one no good. Rebound is back to Jalen McCoy. McCoy picking up the loose ball once again as it bounces around, drives into the paint, reaches up and drops it down. 1:08 remaining in regulation, and the Pacers now lead it by 7. Worthy's pass broken up, but Seegers is there to pick it up. Cressworthy driving in towards the paint. Gets around 2, but can't get around the 3rd. But a foul is called in the process.
Foul was on number 12 of the Pacers, Jalen McCoy. That's a
second foul of the day for Jalen McCoy as Cressworthy will go to the line for a pair. And Worthy's first shot is good, 71-65. And Worthy's second try is also good, and the lead is cut down now to 5. Pacers will inbound it. Full court press here for the Broncos. Terry Horn with it. Watched by 2, gives it to McCoy, and now McCoy has some room to move. And a timeout is called by the Pacer bench with 44.1 seconds remaining. It's only a 30-second timeout, but this one has been a back-and-forth affair all game long. Pacers, just within the last 5 minutes of this game, really taking command, putting up some good baskets. And I mean, definitely take a highlight look at Terry Horn, who's been outstanding, especially late in this game, putting up those 3 balls. Looking at that, he is 5 of 10 from beyond the arc. and 6 of 12 altogether, so 50% altogether. Not a bad day for Terry Horn, to say the least, especially with those clutch threes late in this second half. Well, Pacers again leading 71-66. Be sure to come on back out to the Convocation Center in a little under 2 weeks' time, when the St. Augustine's Falcons team comes in to play the men's basketball squad. That'll be the next home match or home game for this Pacer men's basketball team. Less than 30 seconds to go. Latravian Black with 3 seconds on the shot clock, puts it up and puts it in for 2. It's stolen away immediately by Jalen McCoy, and that could be the dagger. McCoy with another 2-pointer to make it 75-66 with 15 seconds to play. Worthy steps up and puts up another shot for 2, and the Pacers will take over again with 12.7 seconds to go. Another full court press here. Horn ends up getting fouled on the play. And that was against Jalen Seegers on the play, his 5th foul, so he will head on out. And Isaiah Ray will come in for Seegers. Five seconds remain on the game clock. Preston Parks moving it on up across half court, and that will do it. A big win for the Pacers as they win it 75-68 over Fayetteville State. Pacers improving their overall record to 5-3 on the year, while the Broncos drop down to 4-5 on the season. The stat leaders in terms of points for USC Aiken, the leading scorer Terry Horn with 17, Latravian Black with 13, David Strother with 11, and Preston Parks and Jalen McCoy picking up 10 apiece. Fayetteville State's leading scorer was Cress Worthy with 23 points in the match, or in the contest. And Jalen Seegers following right behind him, picking up 21 points in the matchup. But again, the Pacers will return to action on December 12th when they play St. Augustine's. That'll be at 3:30 December 12th. And then the women's basketball team will have their next home game the next day, December 13th, 5.